Yeah, this is, I don't know how to explain this. Yeah, the world doesn't fucking revolve around you as a streamer. This is kind of an interesting point, but you know, there's been a bit of a trend where I've noticed that streamers really do think that the world revolves around them. And a lot of streamers spend the majority of their time, whether big or small, in front of an audience that usually agrees with them or makes fun of them, but like, generally speaking, is very personable to them. And the moment that you kind of let that get to your head, you know, you do lose some of your relatability, your normality, and your humanity in a sense. And it's crucial that you stay true to who you are now at the start of your journey and remember who you are. Like, I know this sounds so fucking like, this is so American of me to say shit like this. Like, and a British person would be like, oh, you're a prick. It's really important to know who you were when you started all this stuff and to have the right mindset going in. Because a lot of people, you know, if you get some form of success, a lot of people are going to be like, wow, it's so amazing. It's so awesome that you're doing that. But like, the truth is, you are literally no better than anyone else if you have some fucking viewers. You know, you're no better than a garbage man, a teacher, a cashier. What you do as a streamer is not special. Quite frankly, it's vain and it's quite egotistical. And look, that's fine. You just need to be aware of that and never lose that part of you that is normal, that is empathetic, that's human. Because truthfully, people will also lose interest in watching you. People don't want to fucking watch a guy that's like ungodly out of touch. And even if they are very out of touch, over time, people will see through that and will lose interest, is in my opinion. Because again, I'm not telling you in streaming terms now, this whole guide is not about streaming to get a blow up or to do well for a year. I'm trying to teach you how to stream in a way that is going to be for longevity. I want you to be able to do this for a long time. And this is a really important step of learning where your head needs to be at to be able to do this for a long time, to not burn out, to do all these things correctly. If you get warped by only socializing with viewers and talking to chat, people you don't know, in a one-way power dynamic, you'll also probably like struggle to enjoy your fucking normal life. Like, conversation in your head will be warped because your like 9 to 5 conversing is with a wall of people that agree to you, whether big or small, right? Whether it's one viewer or 1,000. So you can never, ever, ever, ever let Twitch chat be a replacement for like a social life, because the worst thing you can do, and I've said this a bunch, is be boring. And if you only talk to chat and stream 24/7, you'll have no life experience or lived experience that you can like bring and to have perspective and share that with your viewers. So that is like a ton of advice, okay? And truly the healthiest thing that you can do for any success on Twitch is to be authentic and to be personable. Just be you. And look, we live in the age of AI. We have AI shoved down our fucking throats, and people are more starved for like a genuine human interaction or connection in some way. You know, for a lot of people, they use streaming as that. Like, just being a normal fucking human being is good. That is fine. You don't have to be fucking crazy. And that goes into the next point, which is like, don't change. Like the same slide. Don't change who you are for streaming. Don't try to put up some crazy act every time you go live. Now, for some people who play characters, obviously this is a bit different. But like what I mean in this sense is like when you are streaming and you are presenting a personality that you are trying to say is you, but very clearly is like a warped version of it, right? Because audiences, we're really good as people about smelling bullshit. We know, especially if someone is live for tens of hours a month in front of people have an amazing bullshit detector in their head. So they know when you are exaggerating parts of your personality. They know when you are kind of presenting aspects of your character that are not real, you know, and that's why, you know, sometimes you hear this drama of like, oh, nobody expected this streamer to be like this. It's like, a lot of people probably had a bad feeling about them. You know what I mean? There's something in that we are able to discern when someone is putting up an act. So don't just like warp your personality to be a streamer. But that being said, you know, what if you feel like, hey, well, I'm not entertaining right now. Like, I don't feel like I'm entertaining, so I need to change my personality to be entertaining. Well, Twitch and live streaming is actually a great place to learn those skills. Nobody is entertaining, well, some people are entertaining stream one, but generally speaking, the person who is live for the first time is going to be like less entertaining than when they're live for the 100th time, right? You're going to learn a lot of skills. You're going to learn about how to be more entertaining. You're going to learn all these things. And for me, when I started presenting, doing this kind of thing, I wasn't very good at. Like, I wasn't good at this. I didn't feel comfortable presenting in front of one person, let alone potentially 100,000 at times, right? And your ability to present yourself will improve over time, but it does take time. And so don't try to do all these changes and be someone you're not. Just try to go into it earnestly and go into this honestly about trying to learn skills, because even if you then don't end up becoming a streamer, what you've learned is presentation skills, which, trust me, in your life are really fucking valuable. They are so valuable. Even if you don't use it in Twitch, I guarantee you're going to use it in something else at some point in your life, and you're going to be grateful that you practiced with Twitch and you learned. You can't just go live, play video games, and hope people care. You need intentionality, like everything with content creation. And now some people are really fast at adapting and learning those skills, and others are slow. But you can't compare your journey to someone else's. You can't compare your content to someone else's. It is your content and your journey, and you are learning your skills at your pace. And they always say comparison is the thief of joy. And it's true. If you start looking at your content and being envious of other people, it's going to suck. You're not going to enjoy it. It needs to be something that you do for you. And I know that is like really shitty advice, that whole section, because it's boring. And it's like, wow, don't change. Don't be a dick. It's like, yeah, but you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised how many people I think needed to hear that before they started. Truthfully, you also might not have a personality that currently would connect with people if you go live. That's like being serious. You might feel like, hey, if I go live, I don't think people would fuck with me. And if that is the case, perhaps streaming will allow you to be a bit more introspective about your own character traits and see where you can work on yourself as well. Like maybe you'll see, okay, people aren't really fucking with this. I don't really know why, but maybe that'll allow you to be a little bit more introspective about yourself. Like seriously, like to really look earnestly at it. Because let's be honest, right? Everyone thinks they can be a streamer, but they never ask themselves if they are truly equipped for it. You know, that's a lot of the advice on streaming.